How come?
Are you saying Antifa's a right-wing hate group? Because they killed a black kid.
And we're all yelling at each other.
We respect state workers. We don't try to kill
You
them.
spend a lot of time and effort.
Nobody's trying to kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
The only person,
Parents that don't parent their kids.
the only person advocating violence is you. You're literally the only person advocating any violence.
Over 1,000 deaths tied to white
Agree.
supremacists.
Because we're all so busy paying your taxes.
One death tied to Antifa.
Agree?
Yeah, who's that one death? Go ahead. Who's the one
Michael
death?
killing Jay Danielson in self-defense.
Okay.
Jay got what he deserved.
And what about all the people that Antifa is hospitalized? What's your point?
That's whataboutism. We're talking about deaths. We're talking about people.
Again, and you're the only person here
Antifa
advocating anybody
works in
dying.
self-defense. We don't come out and fucking try to kill you.
But you're the only one talking about people being killed. Nobody else here is doing it. You are literally the only
I don't
person.
know about you. Let's talk. So, the news very clearly showed there were nooses hung in front of the Capitol building. People broke in with zip ties, and they're on camera saying, once we get in there, heads on pikes. You can't fucking lie to me.
Good, one or two people, good on you. Great, a couple people, good for you.
No.
How are they
No,
violent
this whole
people?
incident was
No,
led by
the
those
only
people.
reason you're freaking out right now is because that's the first act of any violence from any right-wingers. When you leftists have been being violent for 7 years now, 6 years now. So it's a surprise. All the media is surprised. It's the leftist media that was going, where does it say peaceful protest in the Constitution? This is the first time that right-wingers have ever done anything, close to being crazy. The first time. The leftist politicians have been calling for violence for 4 years. 4 years. Of course I know who Jeremy Christian is. No. Do you know who Maxine Waters is? Do you know who Nancy Pelosi is? Leftist politicians have been calling for violence for 4 whole years. 4 years.
That is a lie.
It's a truth. It's on
No,
their
I
Twitter.
don't like Nancy Pelosi. She's not on my fucking side. I'm a leftist. I'm not a liberal.
Just like John Sullivan.
They're not
isn't with
calling
you
for
guys.
violence. They're trying to
Just
suppress
like
our
John Sullivan
movement.
isn't with
Who
you
is?
guys.
The leftists that you're talking about, that's just liberals. You don't know the political
Roll your
sphere
eyes.
enough.
Claim them
We're
if
the
you want, but
leftists.
don't claim
Antifa
them
is
if you don't.
leftist.
Okay. The people who've actually been...
Liberals are different. Neo-libs.
Okay, cool. So the neo-libs have been praising Antifa violence for a whole year now.
That's not true.
100%.
That is not true.
They called you guys freedom fighters. They called Antifa freedom fighters
So you're telling
for
me
going
people
out and
march for
setting
Black
cities on
lives.
fire.
Yeah. Shame on people for doing a human rights march. You know? That's terrible. That's terrible.
Wait, what?
I said shame on people for caring about Black lives.
Who doesn't care about black lives? Show me somebody here that does not care about black lives. Okay, go ask them. Go ask all of them. Find one. Find some of the black Republicans and conservatives over here that apparently don't care about black lives, who Antifa has assaulted, called them racial names, they have actually stabbed one. Where's Andrew? Antifa, these people who care about black lives, walked up behind one of our black conservatives over here, a journalist, and stabbed him with a 7-inch blade. Tell me how Antifa cares about black lives.
Or you're an anti.
Show me where Antifa cares about black lives.
Are you a
Find me one. I'm a conservative. I believe in freedom. That is the opposite of fascism.
Are you a fascist?
Absolutely not a fascist. Obviously not a fascist. Right, but you see me wearing a black mask going around burning and breaking into cities, destroying small businesses, destroying private property
You got Antifa.
in the name of black lives, even though they'll go up and they'll stab a black man in the back.
You're the one that's a simple mind that goes around saying if you're not anti-fascist, you're fascist, and then if you say you're not fascist, then you are anti-fascist. But that's the thing is Antifa is not actually anti-fascist group. You guys use fascist tactics.
No such thing as a group. It's a fucking
Listen, just
It's a
because you
group.
call
They have
yourself-
no.
just because-
Oh my God! You're trying to tell me that Antifa is not a group?
Just because you label
No, it's not a loose organization. They actually, no, they have command vehicles. They have people who sit there in vehicles on radios and coordinate everything they do. Tell me that they're not an organization.
Rose City Antifa.
Their life don't matter.
Yeah, pedophiles
You
and
can't sit
Marxists
there and
lives
tell me
don't
that an
matter.
organization that has a vehicle
and
that
Marxist
says
lives
no
don't matter.
pity on it and goes around and has screens and comms and they sit there and they direct traffic. They direct the entire movement of the entire crowd out there. You're going to tell me they're a loose organization? You're delusional.
It's not an organization. It's a fucking ideology.
An ideology doesn't have comms.
problem.
An ideology doesn't have a people on radios going, hey, go here and get them. Hey, there's cops coming here. That's not a loose organization. That is a coordinated attack.
Been to one of their marches.
Black Lives Matter is an evil organization. It is.
belief, and you have every right to believe that. Just like I have every right to believe that fascists suck.
Everybody believes fascists suck.
Are fascists.
Really?
Black Lives Matter are fascists and racist. They're against
All
white
of the
people. Yes, they
patriots
are.
don't agree with fascism.
Yes.
There's not a single conservative that actually believes in fascism. Conservatism is the opposite of fascism. It's about freedom.
And Black Lives Matter and Antifa tattoo. They knocked out my teeth.
Yeah.
Don't tell me they're not racist and fascist.
Black Lives Matter supporting Antifa punched a black man in the face.
Going after big tech. Got his teeth knocked out for going after big tech.
That's right. She doesn't want to claim them, just like John Sullivan.
Bullshit, man. I'll fucking claim any anti-fascist any day.
The ones that punched the black man for standing up for freedom? Oh, but not them. Not
Exactly,
them.
that's the
Not
point.
them. What about the black? What about the Antifa that stabbed the black man in the side with a 7-inch blade? What about them? Portland Antifa. Do you not claim them either? They're
It's not ideology. It's not ideology that knocked out my teeth. It's not ideology that stopped another black man, Andrew Tacombe. Andrew, where you at?
It's not an ideology that sat there and said, hey, I'm Rose City Antifa. That's not an ideology, that's a group. Hey, I'm Puget Sound Antifa. That's not an ideology, that's a group.
And then she could see.
Youth Liberation Front, that's not an ideology, that's a
You need to
group.
go to Portland. If you want to know what they are, now up here, these guys up here ain't got nothing what they got on Portland right now. So if you want to know what it's really all
Yeah, this
about,
is
how
jack
they treat
shit
people,
compared to Portland.
Sorry
you
guys,
go
I
to Portland
understand that
and
the
you
mic
see
is
it. We went
facing
across
me,
the
and so I'm a little bit
country, and
louder
every time we
than
find out we're from Portland, we're like,
the
"Holy
alternative.
shit, we feel
I do
bad for you. We're
apologize.
sorry. Because they're destroying everything. Everything.
Portland looks like
New Year's
shit.
Eve, they're mashing businesses. Businesses are leaving Portland. People are scared to step up. They're afraid to speak up.
Patriots are different. There's actually a lot of different patriot groups out there. Do you not know that? Do you not understand that there's a ton of different patriot groups out there, and all of the patriot groups have their differences, just like there's different groups of Antifa, Rose City Antifa, Puget Sound Antifa, John Brown Gun Club.
Hold on.
Like, come on. Common sense, people.
Any anti-fascist. You do realize that being anti-fascist and protesting, that means you wouldn't burn down buildings, you wouldn't beat up people. That's what Antifa actually does. That's how they gain momentum.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Patriots don't go around.
Hold on. Wait, let me talk.
If I'm an anti-fascist, then I'm not doing that. That is wrong.
Hold on. Hey, explain to me this.
Oh my God.
Explain to me this. When was the last time you had an anti-fascist event where you had speaking, Antifa speakers? You don't. All they do is they go on the counter protest by attacking people.
You're right. Last night, good. They did a good job.
Like 10, 20?
Oh, there's 100. There's about 100 of them.
Who do they attack? Who do they attack? What do they do?
Nobody.
They must have attacked
No,
someone.
they had a full
Really?
schedule. They had rappers come and perform. It was a crazy night for Antifa. It's the first time they've done that.
That's the first. That's the first.
About 20 of them came up and talked shit to the cops, but that was about it.
And people do stuff.
On a regular basis.
Everyone's actions, right? We
True.
can only control our own.
True.
You let them get away with it. You don't do anything.
Yeah, why don't you police your
Here's the thing.
people?
Here's the thing. You guys don't tell them to stop. You don't tell them to stop.
Yeah, why don't you tell them to stop?
Why do
Hey,
you tell them to
stop
stop
breaking those
attacking
windows.
people?
Stop
Why
assaulting
do
that
you do
officer.
I'm worried about a fucking window. I don't give a shit about
But it's somebody's business, somebody's home, somebody's livelihood.
Okay, good. Oh, hold on. Wait.
And livelihood.
So then why don't you tell
wanna
them?
talk about lives lost?
Yes, they did. That's
We
Antifa.
can talk
So
about
then why
that
don't you
too.
tell them to stop beating up the journalists that walked through? That's people.
bear spray people before he got shot.
No,
Does
he's
he
just
mean,
walking
does that
down
mean he
the
needs to
road.
get shot?
Walking down the
He's
sidewalk.
walking down the street.
He said, hey, I got a
Walking
couple
down
people
the
shot
street
him.
by himself.
We got a Trump here. Trump right here.
Yeah.
Here. Boom.
That's exactly what happened.
No.
Maybe
No.
in self-defense.
That day, absolutely
You have
not.
a lot of balls coming out of your mouth.
Absolutely not.
You're not making sense. First off, that's not a justifiable reason to shoot someone. Second off, the person who shot him didn't get bear maced by him.
And you make the shooter out to be a freaking hero.
Okay for them.
Why is the shooter a hero?
I didn't say it was. Actually, I read this article that his sister had.
Don't try to incite
He didn't
violence.
bear mace
Run
the shooter.
away.
The shooter even know him. He just called him a trumper and shot him.
Had said that
You can't justify this. You can't.
he shouldn't have had a gun anyways, and he'd already
He was-
hold on. He'd been told by the law that he wasn't even.
He was picked up twice and released, and yet we have a man sitting in jail right now
Saying,
for
if you're
brandishing a
anti-fascist, how
firearm,
come
and
we
they were
can't
let
have-
loose.
She's talking about Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall was picked up with
If you're
gun charges
anti-fascist,
multiple
how come
times.
We can have our own protests and rallies against
prior
big
to the
tech
shooting.
without you guys attacking. That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah,
Because you say you're anti-fascist.
I've been doing that a lot.
You say you're Antifa, right? And guess guess what? Guess what? You're being a fascist because you don't let us do our own protests or rallies. You come out and attack every time.
This is a public space.
I'm not even talking about
Okay,
this.
hold on.
I'm talking whenever we try to, you come out and attack. So if you're with them,
It's actually not a public space.
Antifa,
I
guess
stopped
what?
witnessing that earlier.
You're with
True.
them.
Always on the
You have
side
no
of
control.
Antifa.
You have no control. You say that you're
I
against
don't have
that, but you're still on their
control
side.
myself.
Then you shouldn't be with them.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be with them then.
Okay, hold on.
You
Hold on.
said you're
Wait, wait,
Antifa.
wait. Let me give you an example. Let
Yeah,
me give
but
you an
when the
example.
group comes
Hold on.
and they
Hold on.
attack,
Hold on. Hold
when
on.
the group comes, they'll attack.
Hold on. Let me give you an
don't do
example.
anything about it.
Let me give you an example really quick. So a couple weeks ago, or on the 6th, there was a bunch of people.
I don't get it.
Hold
I
on.
can do a protest, I can have a rally without these people attacking
Hold
me,
on.
and you're with them.
I don't think people should be attacking me.
Then tell them to stop doing it. Then you're in the wrong group. You have no control. Yes, you are. Maybe start your own group that's not Antifa. Start your own group that's not domestic terrorists. Yeah.
Antifa is the one that marches down the street
For 6
saying, "Get
months
out of
straight.
your homes, motherfuckers." They're the ones that march down the houses. You don't see us, any one of us, marching down the street telling you to get out of your house.
You can't keep
Not
letting them
one
beat
of
up
us
people
are
and say,
making
well, I
demands
don't
on
agree with
you.
it. You're with them.
We're making
You're
demands
with
on the
them.
government,
You can't keep saying,
not
well, I don't like
people.
it. Because guess what? They knocked out my teeth the very next day. I get banned on Instagram. I get banned on Twitter. I get banned on Facebook. And they sit down and GoFundMe to fix my teeth because that's what Antifa did. They bail out the guy who attacked me, paid $110,000 bail. They're going to let me have a GoFundMe to fix my teeth. Google manipulates the search results against me. YouTube manipulates the search results against me. Facebook false information fast checks all the videos of me getting attacked, getting my teeth knocked out, even of me laying in the hospital. So
Okay,
you're
I'll
not
wait.
fighting for black people, okay? You're fighting for yourself. You just want what you want.
Against fascism.
No, you're not.
Not for black people. Not for white
The
people.
day after I get my teeth
You
knocked
need to
out,
go
they
back
ban me
and
off
get a better
everything. They took
education on it.
everything
You don't-
from
you
me.
don't
That's not
understand what
fighting
it is
against
that you're fighting
fascism.
for. You
That
really
is
don't.
fascism. They erased my existence for fighting for free speech.
Why do you define fascism? I define fascism as when a person has so much hate in their heart for somebody that is different than them.
Ooh, that'd be Antifa.
No, I'm Antifa.
Okay,
Why
I do.
I don't know.
I've stood there and talked to you.
All right. So according to your own definition, there's people that you condemn gather and attack him, and you are not willing to hold them accountable in the same way. In the same
You mean
way.
hold them
All right, hold on.
Trying to
accountable?
hold us accountable,
So-
and that is called hypocrisy. You
They
are
don't, and they
confused,
never will.
And you are the truth.
On the
Then you're in
6th.
the wrong
Hold on. Wait. On the 6th, here.
Supposed to come be with the Proud Boys? Or
Hold on.
You don't have
Just
to
so
be
you
a Proud
know-
Boys, just don't be with them.
Just so you know,
Make
the
your own
Proud
group.
Boys actually kicked some fascists out the other day. So on the 6th, right here, up at the governor's mansion, 2 people sat there and said that they were Nazis. What happened to those 2 people? What happened to those 2 people? They got ejected from the group. They got ejected from the group. That's how you police your people. That's how you police your people. That's how you become a good person.
Exactly.
As soon as 2 people identified themselves as Nazis, the group took them and removed them from the group. How come Antifa can't hold yourself to the same standard?
Okay, if
You say you're just one
anti-fascist,
person.
how come I
Hold
can't
yourself
go
to
to
the
a
same
bar? How come I
standard.
can't go-
ideology, not an
Hold on.
So you're okay with no? It's how?
If you're
If you have 100 people that show up every single, it's a group. When they're on comms and they're sitting around radios, that's a group. When they have a name,
have the
that's a group.
president of their, like Gavin McGinnis say, when you have your leader,
They have a leader, Luis Marquez. Yes, he's one of the leaders of Antifa, the group Rose City Antifa.
The only reason the Proud Boys go out is to stop Antifa.
They
from
had a
doing
group.
what they did
They
to
had a
me.
leader in
They
Salem
killed
named
people.
Gary, but he got
You
messed up on
understand,
the first.
Ma'am, I can't go to a bar without Antifa showing up, taking pictures of me, and getting a group of Antifa to attack me. I can't go anywhere in public in places like this, San Francisco, in D.C., without Antifa taking pictures of me and trying to hurt me. Why? What did I do?
So what are you
Nothing.
gonna do?
It's 'cause you're black.
So that
And you
is-
don't
that
agree with
is-
them.
That is
That's why.
fascism. That is fascism.
What are you gonna do?
That is fascism. Yes, it is.
I'm going to take responsibility for my own actions.
And you're proud to be associated with people who assault him just because he's black and doesn't agree with them. Good on you. No, good on you. Good on you. Good on you. Support the people. Support the people who don't like him simply because of his skin color and ideology. That is who you support.
How come I don't see any Antifa say this is wrong? They laughed at what happened and thought it was funny. Later in the day, they tried to.
He believes in freedom and he is black. Therefore, they consider him a traitor and they assault him. That is your people who you approve of.
Show what they
And
did
you
to
shrug and say, oh, well, there you go. That's all it
What did they
needed.
do to you? They do you. They stabbed him.
Oh yeah, they stabbed him. He's the other one. They stabbed him.
They stabbed this man. He has to wear a vest because they try and kill him.
There's another black man right there, the ones that you defend. There you go. See? So when I ask you, let me talk. When I ask you, what are you gonna do?
I got nothing.
Hold on, finish that sentence. If you came with what? Finish that sentence you were gonna say.
I have nothing if you are part of the Proud Boys, if you are part of...
The Proud Boys are led by a Cuban immigrant, but whatever.
How come it's not the Proud Boys who are attacking?
Finish.
It's not the Proud Boys.
So you say you don't care that I got stabbed because if I was?
About the people behind it, but when you promote hate, you should expect to get hate back.
The only people promoting hate are the people assaulting them.
Some people. So what are you promoting? What are you promoting out here?
Me personally, I am...
Are you promoting Black Lives Matter, Antifa?
I think Black Lives Matter, of course.
But are you out here promoting?
But their lives don't matter.
So you're Antifa? Are you Antifa though? Are you part of? No, not anti-fascist. Are you part of the? Are you part of the group called Antifa?
Not a group. It's a fucking...
Are you okay? But are you a part of the group?
Hey,
Antifa?
quick question.
Are you part of the ideology of Antifa? Not anti-fascist.
Black Lives Matter. How come we can't have free speech? How come we can't have free speech?
We're not talking about anti-fascists.
I can't. Personally, people.
Speech cannot hurt other people.
Hey, man, I get it.
Yeah, they heard me. The Antifa said ban them off everything. Antifa silenced me, a black man. Then they took down the GoFundMe for my medical bills. Write letters.
Wait till later when they show up and assault him again. Stupid people. All right.
Not even under the letter of the law is that on you.
Isn't that the...
No, but that's because you're missing intent and the lethal enforcement.
Oh, here, hold on.
Look at the pads they're wearing.
no
Look at the
lethal
plates
force.
they're wearing. It's to protect them from Antifa.
There was a preacher that was hit in the head yesterday and bear maced simply for walking up and preaching the gospel.
Yeah. What about the street preacher who was attacked by Antifa last night for preaching the gospel? Hit in the head and mace with the entire can of beer mace. Would he have a right to go down there? Would he have a right to go down there when he was getting beer mace and hit in the head to go out there and shoot people? Would he have a right? Would you support that? Would you support that? You obviously supported Jay getting murdered. You support Jay getting murdered. You did say you supported Jay getting murdered.
You did that.
You did say you supported Jay getting murdered. I'm not going to cut it up.
I said we bear maced people earlier.
No, you said it was totally justified.
He did not bear mace the guy who shot him. The guy who shot him did not even know him. He said, hey, it's a Trumper, and he shot him. And he tried to
know nothing
justify
about no freaking bear mace. You can try watching the videos in real time.
Yeah, because Antifa doesn't do introductions. They just attack people they don't know.
I mean, they got the scout videotaping everybody and asking.
Yeah, he did it. He just said, hey, a Trumper. And
How was he able to run away?
Kind of do.
How was he able to run away? Exactly nobody.
That's the way CIA works,
Probably
right?
some Antifa put and tried to attack him earlier. Yeah. That's what Antifa does. That's why we have bear mace. That's why we have guns. That's why we're wearing protective gear. Because of Antifa. Because they're hateful.
If you're black and you run from the cop and you point at them and you get shot, that's on him, right?
Antifa are the
How was
ones.
that not?
Ma'am, Antifa are the ones. Antifa are the ones.
That's a walking contradiction.
Yeah. Antifa are the ones hiding their identity because they're the hated ones that commit crimes, kill people, beat people up. We don't have to hide our faces because no one's on a manhunt for us.
Except for Antifa.
Not one person!
Not one person.
Not one person! That was an American citizen who had a right to be downtown!
And there's
That was
been
not
like,
one
just a
person. They
fucking
killed other
person.
people, too.
and there's been like 30 people that died as part of the protest.
The BLM Antifa, yes.
By right-wing violence. Yeah, it's funny.
I'm talking about this year.
Stupid.
It's
so stupid.
Killed during BLM riots! How many? Do you know the numbers? How many? How many? How many people have died during the left-wing violence this year?
I watch my own videos. You bet I do.
They say the okay.
We women love to get attention.
Do you think those kids? Do you think those kids in the riots that got killed got what they deserved? Do you think those kids got what they deserved? I got killed in the BLM riots.
What about the black
shootouts
kids?
that were happening because the cops were too busy to patrol the neighborhoods?
What about
You
the
think
black
they
kids
got
that
what
were
they
shot at
deserved?
Chaz? The black kids that Antifa shot at Chaz, did they deserve it?
Did you even know?
Did they deserve it? When Antifa shot the black kids at Chaz, did they deserve it?
No, I'm saying I saw the video for that. That was an execution. Like there was.
One of my filmers took one of those black kids to the hospital when Antifa said, "Don't let an ambulance in."
Giving attention. There's
So let me ask you, is it okay for Antifa to shoot black kids? Is it? I mean, that's your people. That's your people.
It's okay for them to stab him, obviously.
Yeah, it's okay for Antifa. It's okay for Antifa to stab him, to punch him in the face.
Because I'm hateful.
Those black kids at Chaz weren't being hateful, were they? There's a
There's
14-year-old and a 17-year-old kid.
The government boot in the end. Like, how come?
Are you saying Antifa's a right-wing hate group? Because they killed a black kid.
And we're all yelling at each other. It's